Imagine feeling incomplete. Picture an essential part of your body, once honored by sages, shamans, and alchemists, now ignored, silenced, and dismissed as a useless leftover from evolution. What if that forgotten part is actually one of the most powerful keys to releasing the excess energy that overwhelms you, makes you sick, and distorts your energy field? The coccyx, that tiny bone at the base of your spine, often joked about as a leftover from our animal past, is actually a sacred antenna, an energetic tail, a link between your energy and Mother Earth. It's a channel that, when activated, can help release the buildup of energy the modern mind collects, but doesn't know how to let go of. It's not just a bone, it's a connection to the invisible. Through it flows the most primal energy, Earth's vibration, the planet's memory, the magnetic pulse that sustains and renews life. In the spiritual world, any energy channel that can't release becomes a hidden danger. Like an electrical circuit that needs grounding to prevent overload, your energetic body needs balance. Without this connection, you're like lightning trapped in a bottle. Ever feel like you carry other people's emotions? Feel drained or foggy-headed, or like something inside is about to blow? Maybe you don't need more meditation in your head. Maybe you need to focus lower, much lower. In this video, we'll explore one of the least understood but most powerful truths about the human energy body, the spiritual role of the coccyx as a grounding tail. We'll dive into ancient traditions, see how wise people from lost civilizations understood its power, and uncover practical ways to activate this vital connection. You'll learn why excess energy can turn toxic spiritually, how to naturally and safely release it, and why understanding your energy tail can mean the difference between chaos and inner peace. This isn't just another video, it's an invitation to reconnect with the raw, real electric core of who you are. Because when you remember you're a creature of both sky and earth, your energy flows right, your power finds purpose, and everything begins at the base of your spine. Since the dawn of human awareness, our ancestors sensed a truth modern science is only now starting to catch up with. The human body is a bridge between worlds, not just flesh and bone, but energy channels, vibration centers, and antennas that send and receive subtle frequencies. In this sacred network, the coccyx, the little bone at the end of your spine, was once seen as a key connection point to Earth's life force. For example, in Andean shamanic traditions, they talked about the silver cord and the earth cord. The silver cord connects the soul to higher realms. The earth cord anchors the spirit to the material world. The earth cord surprisingly begins at the coccyx. In Tibet, yogis taught that Kundalini energy lies coiled at the spine's base, and only those who learn to release and direct this energy from its roots reach the highest states of enlightenment. The spine was often seen as a cosmic tree. In Hindu tradition, the central energy channel called Sushumna rises from the Muladhara chakra at the spine's base, right where the coccyx sits. That spot isn't just physical, it's the gateway to deeper power waiting to be awakened. Even Christian mysticism hints at this ancient wisdom. Some secret texts mention a fire that must rise from the sacrum to purify the soul. Interestingly, this fire starts not in the head or heart, but at the lowest, most earthly place. Modern thinking, however, has disconnected us from this knowledge, writing off the coccyx as just a useless remnant of a tail. But cultures deeply connected to nature never overlooked its importance. To them, every part of the body had a hidden meaning, a sacred design. The body was a temple, and the coccyx the hidden cornerstone of the altar. In Taoist internal alchemy, grounding is key to transforming excess inner heat created by energy work. Without learning to direct this hot energy down to the earth, practitioners risk burnout or worse. Here, the coccyx isn't just anatomy, It's a pressure valve, an energy route, a tool for spiritual survival. Across time and cultures, the same message echoes. To rise, you must first know how to descend. To fly high, you have to root deep. And the secret to rooting is quietly sitting at the end of your spine. To truly understand the Coccyx's role as an energy tail or spiritual antenna, we need to look beyond just the physical body. In spiritual teachings, the physical is only one layer, a dense reflection of subtler bodies and invisible channels where vital energy flows. Within this subtle network, the Coccyx acts as the root of an energy column that supports the body and channels the forces moving through us. On the surface, it looks like just a bone, but energetically, it's like a plug or socket that connects to or disconnects from the Earth's energy. Think of an electrical storm. When too much charge builds in the clouds, it must discharge, or else it will strike lightning. Our energetic body works the same way. Unreleased emotions, stress, envy, and obsessive thoughts all build up charge. We become like stormy clouds full of emotional electricity. Where does that energy go? The body has a perfect design for releasing it, the Coccyx. It's the contact point with the Earth's grounding energy. Without that release, energy gets stuck, causing imbalances like insomnia, anxiety, brain fog, hypersensitivity, and even mysterious physical illnesses. That's why advanced meditation teachers emphasize posture. Keep your spine straight, Coccyx grounded, and legs relaxed. It's not just about comfort or posture. It's about opening that lower energy channel so the stuff that doesn't belong to you can flow back to its source, the Earth. When you consciously activate the Coccyx, it becomes like an energetic root. Just like trees can't stand tall without sending roots into the ground, we can't maintain higher states of consciousness if we don't release what's weighing us down. And here's where the analogy really clicks. A tree doesn't fight gravity, it surrenders to it. Its strength comes from channeling its weight downwards, not resisting it. It's not about pushing away negative energy, fighting it, or ignoring it. It's about letting it flow where it needs to go, down to the magnetic core of the Earth that transforms everything. The Earth, with its yin energy, absorbs, recycles, and transforms, but only if we allow it, only if we open that channel, only if we stop ignoring the power of the Coccyx. In many sacred movement practices like Qigong, Kundalini Yoga, or certain tribal dances, the flowing movements of the spine, the sacrum tapping the ground, postures where the Coccyx points down aren't random. They're intentional spiritual tools designed to activate that energetic tail that keeps us connected to the planet's energy network. The most amazing part? When that channel opens, you don't just feel it in your head, you feel it in your body. It comes as warmth flowing down, a subtle buzz, a weight lifting, a sudden clarity. Your body breathes easier, your heart calms, and your thoughts organize themselves naturally. It's like lightning finally finding its path to the ground. Earlier, we talked about the Coccyx acting like an antenna, a pathway to the Earth that lets built-up energy leave the body. But it's important to realize that grounding isn't just about passively dumping energy. It's an active exchange, a dance between two poles, the Earth and the human. This interaction not only cleans, but transforms. When you consciously activate your Coccyx and surrender to that connection with the Earth, you're part of an alchemical process. In alchemy, the goal is to turn the dense lead of matter into the gold of spiritual light. In the same way, the Coccyx helps convert our heavy emotional energy, the stuff we carry in our shadows, into something lighter, more refined, more elevated. This transformation doesn't happen instantly or automatically. It takes awareness, patience, and practice. The Earth isn't just a garbage dump for negative energy. It also teaches us how to release it without draining our vital life force. It's a quiet teacher, showing us how to let go of what weighs us down without letting it take over. But why don't all people experience this equally? That's where personal openness comes in. Just like plants need sun and water to grow, our ability to connect with the earth depends on how open and willing we are inside. The coccyx, at its core, is a channel that can get blocked, tense, or shut down. Trauma, suppressed feelings, chronic tension, limiting beliefs, and even everyday stress can block this flow. Think of the coccyx as a channel carrying an energy current. If it's blocked, the energy can't flow and release gets cut off. That's why some people, despite spiritual practices, struggle to fully let go of negative energy. They're not flexible enough, not willing enough to surrender to the earth's process. Letting go isn't about fighting yourself. It's about deeply surrendering to the natural flow. The coccyx's power as an energy conductor is also tied to balancing the brain's hemispheres, represented by the right leg as positive and the left leg as negative. It's a dance of opposites, a balance that needs to happen for your system to work at its best. Grounding isn't just about releasing negative energy, it's about integrating opposites. The fire of creativity, the earth of calm, the light of awareness, the darkness of the shadow. In this way, the coccyx acts like a hinge, one leg reaching to the sky, the other rooted in the earth. The body becomes a bridge that restores the flow of energy in harmony. The tail that connects to the earth isn't just for dumping energy. It's about integrating the cosmic forces that make us who we are. It's a cycle that closes, a complete transformation. When we talk about negative energy here, we're not talking about being morally bad. We mean heavy energy, stress, anxiety, frustration, unresolved emotions, other people's energy that we pick up without meaning to. And when it builds up, it becomes toxic. Like with lightning, if energy doesn't get released, the system overloads, and what should be a flow turns into a threat. The key is learning to consciously open that channel. Through movement, deep breathing, and certain meditation postures, you can activate your coccyx and release trapped energy. But you also have to be ready to face what comes up, because letting go isn't always easy or comfortable. Often what we release is what we've buried deepest: fear, pain, guilt. Just knowing the coccyx is an energetic tail, a sacred antenna connecting us to the earth, isn't enough. Knowledge without practice is like a seed without fertile soil. We have to bring this truth into the body, into movement, into everyday life. So the question is, how do we do that in a world that constantly pulls us toward the mind and away from the body? The first step is simple but powerful. Pay attention to your base. In a culture that worships the mind and thinking, focusing your awareness on the lowest part of your spine is almost an act of spiritual rebellion. Do this every day. Sit with your spine straight but relaxed, and bring your attention to the coccyx. Don't think of it as just a bone, but as an energetic root that reaches down toward the planet's core. Imagine it extending like a tail of deep, dark magnetic light, piercing into the earth and opening a channel where everything you no longer need starts to flow down. Tension, heavy emotions, racing thoughts. Feel how gravity, instead of crushing you, becomes your ally, the mother who receives what you can't hold anymore. Here's the second tip. Walk barefoot whenever you can, especially on earth, grass, or sand. This isn't just a wellness trend, it's a sacred practice. Our feet are extensions of that lower energy channel. Walking barefoot stimulates energy points that reactivate your grounding connection. It completes the circuit. Third, dance, but not just for fun. Move your hips, your pelvis, let your sacrum breathe. Don't dance to impress anyone. Dance to release. Dance like the ancients did, like indigenous peoples who understood movement wasn't entertainment, but a form of prayer or invocation. By shaking your lower spine, you loosen the blockages stopping your energy from flowing to the earth. It's a powerful way to open that channel. Fourth, when you're emotionally overwhelmed or mentally exhausted, don't try to push your consciousness higher. Go down instead. Sit on the floor, not a chair, with your body touching the ground. Close your eyes, breathe into your coccyx, and picture a spiral flowing down from there, carrying all that heavy stuff into the Earth's core. You don't have to solve anything mentally, just let the Earth absorb it. That's its gift. Fifth and final, honor your tail. Change the story you tell yourself about it. Stop seeing it as a useless bone. Talk to it. Set an intention. In some Taoist traditions, the sacrum is gently tapped or vibrated to wake it up. You can do the same consciously, like saying, "Remember why you're here. Help me let go." These aren't empty techniques. They're modern rituals that reactivate an ancient spiritual technology. Because spirituality isn't just about the invisible or the ethereal. It's also in what's dense, what we stand on, what we feel deep in our bodies. When you learn to release energy from your base, everything else feels lighter. In a world obsessed with rising higher, maybe the most radical thing you can do is learn how to descend. Throughout this journey, we've uncovered a truth rarely found in anatomy books or typical spiritual talks. The coccyx, the small bone at the bottom of your spine, is not just an evolutionary leftover. It's an energetic tail, a forgotten root, an outlet for the storms we carry inside. And it's no accident that this part of the body has been pushed aside. The systems that educate, shape, and control us want us disconnected, to think, calculate, and stay trapped in our heads. But the coccyx reminds us of something essential. We are also Earth. Our spirit doesn't just float, it springs from the deepest place within us. Everything that doesn't come down gets stuck. That's why so many people live weighed down by emotions, tension, and repetitive thoughts, trying to rise without roots, seeking light without making peace with their darkness. Without grounding, spirituality becomes fragile, shallow, and unsustainable. There's no true rising without first descending. The secret you've discovered today is simple, but powerful. Energy isn't cleared by fighting it. It's freed by channeling it, and that channel starts below you, at your base, at your tail. The coccyx offers a door, an outlet for excess energy, an anchor for your soul, a space where heavy stuff turns light, where what weighs you down finds its place. Rooting yourself doesn't make you less spiritual. On the contrary, the deeper your connection to the earth, the higher you can rise without breaking, because your energy flows, because you're not fighting your shadows, and because you're not afraid of what lies beneath. So here's my invitation, more than advice. Listen to your body. Lower your gaze to what you tend to ignore. Ask yourself what might happen if you honored your root as much as your crown. What if the key to balance lies right there at the end of your spine? What if connecting to the earth is the missing step to unlocking your full potential? Remember, the earth doesn't just receive, it teaches, transforms, and guides. If this message resonated with you, if you felt something stir in your body or hear a forgotten truth in your soul, please like this video, subscribe to the channel to keep exploring the mysteries of being, and share this with other spiritual seekers. There are many who still don't remember their tail, and you might be the one to help wake them up. See you at the next portal. Until then, root yourself and remember who you are.